Okay. Mr. Thomas, if you would call to order the annual Board of Finance meeting for the Tell City Troy Township Board of School Trustees.
Hi. So now I'll call to order the annual meeting for the Tell City Troy Township School Board Trustees annual finance meeting. All members are present.
Up first for the Board of Finance meeting is the election of officers. In 25 and every year that I have been here, the board has recommended that the Board of Finance officers mirrors the Board of Trustees officers. I would recommend you continue in that practice, as this is pretty much the only time the Board of Finance will meet.
And that's pretty much what everybody else does too, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
I make a motion that make the election of officers the same as the regular school board's office.
Is there anything else? Seeing there is none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0.
Up next is the review of investments, and you can see in the packet, we currently do not have money invested, but we do annually put some of our rainy day funds into a CD. We solicit from all the banks in the area. Whoever has the best rate is who gets the money. Last year it was German American with an interest rate of 3.92. We invested $750,000 and made $21,000, almost $22,000 in the rainy day fund. So that is our current and only investment. What we will do in February is solicit again. We'll do a 9-month CD so that we always have it back before the end of the year. It keeps the finances a little bit cleaner. And I did include in your packets a copy of the board investment policy. So there's no action necessary for that unless you have questions or concerns.
You probably expect the interest rate to be a little lower this year.
I do. Yeah, I do. I'm watching the Fed right now, but I don't know that he's going to move on it. So we'll see how things go.
Make sure it will be the same.
There's that
What
too.
makes it next?
There's that too. So we've reviewed the investments and we've included the investment policy. There's no updates on that from me only, so I don't recommend any changes there. The next item on the agenda is designation of depositories. Right now, the corporation reviews all local depositories, and we do have money throughout, whether it's the education fund at German American, or the operations fund at, or the cafeteria fund, I believe, is at Old National. And then we've got different money out through our refis and things like that at Fifth Third and the credit union. So I recommend that the board just approve us continuing to spread our finances around town and make sure that we're trying to invest locally and wisely.
Just locally and spread it around so it doesn't look like we're favoring anyone. That's good.
Have a motion.
I'll make a motion that we keep that the same way we've been doing it, spread it around locally.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify.
Aye.
That motion carries 4-0.
The final component of the Board of Finance meeting is a review of the information about the school corporation from DUAB, which is the Indiana Distressed Unit Appeals Board. It reviews all of the finances from every school, and they're basically the ones that would come in and say, you're operating in the red, we're going to shut you down, we'll take your board over, those kinds of things. I've included that data. You can go to the website and look at it anytime you want. It's public knowledge, but I'm required to provide you with a written summary. So I've done that here. And I alluded to this in the last board meeting. Overall, we are strong and very stable. We have good, strong fund balances. We have no real structural deficit in our balances. And our balance to expenditure ratio is above the cautionary threshold. Things, they tell us don't get below this. We're well above those. We have very controlled spending. We're not out there living outside of our means. The fund balances as a percent of the expenditures have increased over the last decade. We've been building our revenue to where we're about 80% of our expenditures. So we're in great shape there. Corporation does not have a deficit pattern. Revenues and expenditures are closely aligned.
And something unforeseen came up, we've got enough money rainy day to probably cover anything we foresee.
We have a very stable rainy day. Our revenue sources, you all know where they come from. It's state revenue, it's local taxes. Federal funds and stimulus funds are part of it. Not so much stimulus anymore. Those are pretty much all dried up, but we do still have all the title funds that come in. Those are supportive of Title I. A lot of our program assistance, some of our reading programs, things like that. Enrollment is steady-ish. It's slightly declining. That's the story everywhere. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We're down about 20 students this year. But even with that modest decline, we're financially stable. AV is right around 489 million. We're looking at that going up, so that will offset the impact, we hope, of the Senate bill that passed earlier this year. We have strong cash reserves, and we have exceptional fiscal discipline. So I would say there is minimal financial risk at this time. However, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'd be happy to address them. Once again, that's all on DUAP for everyone to see.
I think that's reflected in our bond rate.
It was AA plus bond rating, which has been consistent for the last 6-8 years. I
I know
think.
you and us, that you've done a good job control our finances and we're not reckless.
Correct.
It's good stuff.
Correct. So, other than that, I would have done this in the other meeting, but we had to go ahead and wrap that one up so we can get this one started on time. I did reach out to UDA. They are continuing to work on the development and the design. Probably early February, we'll have another meeting. The box, yes, sir. Probably have another meeting around them to just kind of nail it down, and they would like to maybe get it out by mid to late March. That's when we'll push things out for bids. So
Kind of hoping it'd be earlier because we're seeing them again. I mean, we've already been involved in 6 schools that are left. And some of them where they can start, they're starting. Some of them that they school out, they're starting. So we're going to get. That's what
Well,
bothers me.
my hope is that some of these projects will end over the summer, and this could be a nice fall project for somebody that's starting up and just finishing a job.
I agree with that too, because talked about numerous times we're not effective.
Right.
Education. They can do
Right.
everything, building.
Exactly. There's not going to be any
advantage to
impact.
us.
They have been out doing ground surveillance, I guess. They've been doing some core samples, things like that, to make sure everything is set. So we are still moving right along. We had our chiller meeting Friday. They think that's going to go nice and quick. Chillers are ordered. He's thinking probably 1st of May, those will be here. And it should be a pretty quick swap for those. And then they'll go to William Tell and they'll start taking out mezzanines. So everything is moving quick and as expected.
One thing about doing the gym work during the school year, that takes up some parking in the student parking lot with workers.
It may, but we added, about 10% parking spots when we redid the parking lot. So, yeah,
There's a lot of spaces there.
yeah. So we have some options. It's not going to be convenient, but progress never is, right?
It has to be done.
Yep.
So we will, if there's nothing else, we will end the Board of Finance meeting.
Thanks, Mr. Thomas. That's it.
Paperwork to sign.
Over on that far table, please. Tony, you and Hannah are more to the left, and then everybody else is start from the right. You can keep that pin, Typhoid Mary.
You don't want it?
You want my pen, John?
Joe.
Hannah, you need to borrow my pen, Hannah?
Yeah. And that's.
I was
gonna give it to John.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a perfect?
Hill. No.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's about that.
I can't believe how that stays with you.